Hey, what is going on, guys? DooM is here, and today I'm bringing you guys another gameplay commentary over on the Weird Doom Clan channel. So the gameplay you guys are watching in the background is absolutely crazy. It is 125 kills solo on COD 4 by DooM Crakerz, who is probably the best overall Call of Duty player I know. This is the world record for most kills in COD 4 in Ground War, I believe, and possibly the world's most kills solo as well. I'm not too sure. He was actually only playing with just me this game. We were playing Strike and Ground War Domination. He was using the M16. He actually pulled host this game. So everything really just went his way. Finding a full lobby in Ground War on COD 4 is actually like pretty much impossible. So the fact that he was able to get, you know, a good 6 to 9 people on the enemy team the entire game was pretty cool. And obviously he had to use his own gun skill to get 125 kills as well, which is pretty hard because the streaks obviously aren't very good in this game. You don't have any selection. It's just the UAV, the airstrike, and the chopper. So obviously they go pretty hand this game as well. And the M16 on host is absolutely fucking insane. Probably one of the best guns in the game. Actually, no, it is the best gun in the game when you have host. So, I mean, if 125 kills solo on the Call of Duty 4 isn't enough to make you go subscribe to his channel, then I don't think any gameplay will. So make sure you go down in the description and check him out. And if you enjoyed my sexy and seducing voice over this insane gameplay as well, you could check out my channel as well. So, what I want to talk to you guys about today is I'm going to try to go through as many movies that are coming out in 2015, which obviously is next year. I'm going to go through as many as I can and try to convince you that 2015 is going to be one of the best years for movies, like, ever. Like, I didn't even put every single movie on this list that I could because I didn't think I only have like about 6 minutes and 50-something seconds to talk about this. So, I'm going to try to get through as many as I can, give my quick thoughts on them, and hopefully by the end of it, you guys will see that 2015 is going to be the best year for movies ever. And if I left anything out, you can let me know down in the comments below, along with which movie you are excited for as well. So, first movie that I'm going to talk about today is Avengers 2. Obviously, this is a pretty hyped up movie. It is the top grossing movie in one weekend, I believe. I believe it made $200 million here in the US in one weekend. Avengers 1 movie did absolutely insane. It's up there on like the top 3 highest grossing movies of all time. I believe it's just under Titanic and Avatar. It still made an insane amount of money, so obviously they're going to make a sequel. And they're adding in some new heroes as well, like the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I think a lot of people are really excited for this movie. I see it actually beating its record for $200 million in one weekend, I think, because the hype behind this movie, obviously they haven't really started the hype too much because they're still in the process of filming. You can look up pictures from the set if you're interested in what Ultron is. I'm not going to really explain Ultron's backstory, but they also added in Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, which if you saw Captain America the Winter Soldier, you'll know who they are from the after credit scene. I'm not going to spoil anything more, but those two were in the after credit scene for the Winter Soldier. So I'm pretty excited for this movie. Another Marvel movie coming out in 2015 is Ant-Man, which is he's going to be in Avengers 3. He's going to become one of the main Avengers heroes from this movie. Unfortunately, they didn't get to make him, like, get a movie made for him before Avengers 2 came out, because if you read any of the comics, Ultron is made by Ant-Man, who is Hank Pym. So it's kind of weird that they're going to do it without Hank in Avengers 2. Like, maybe they should have waited for Ultron for Avengers 3, but Avengers 3 looks like they're building up as Thanos. He's going to be like the end to like the trilogy, the Avengers movies. So I'm also pretty excited for Ant-Man. He's probably not the most popular character, but what Marvel's really good at is they're really good at making like not so popular heroes into popular ones. People like Black Widow. You probably hadn't heard of Black Widow before the Avengers movie, and after you saw that movie, you're like, oh wow, she's really hot, she's pretty cool. So I have full faith that they're going to make a really good Ant-Man movie. Next movie on the list is Fast and Furious 7. This movie was actually supposed to come out this year, but unfortunately Paul Walker was killed in a car accident. I forget how many months ago that was, but that was really sad. I'm not really sure how they're going about like replacing Paul Walker's character. I know they're probably going to kill off his character in this movie. They're going to do it in a nice way or something like that, or maybe just have his character like drive his car off into the sunset. That'd be pretty cool to see. But pretty sure they just used a lot of CGI, and I'm also pretty sure he has a brother that they might have brought in for filming. So pretty excited for this movie. I expect it to do really well because the last one did insane too. Next movie, this movie is probably the one I'm most excited for personally because I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. So Star Wars Episode 7 is going to be coming out in 2015, I believe, over in December of 2015. So I'm really, really excited for this movie. I'm huge fans of Star Wars Episodes 4 through 6. 1 through 3 were kind of weak, to be honest, but I have faith that these new movies, which aren't going to be directed by George Lucas, which is interesting, I have good faith that they're going to make these movies good. And maybe that's just like the inner nerd inside me that wants it to be good. It might not be. Considering now Star Wars is owned by Disney, because LucasArts and Lucasfilms were bought by Disney, so I hope they don't make it too childish. I still want these movies to be like PG-13. I don't want this to be like another kid story similar to Star Wars Episode 1, where he's like racing and having all these little kid problems. I want it to be just, you know, straight action, and it looks like they're bringing back some like classic characters or people related to classic characters like Obi-Wan Kenobi and stuff like that. If you have any idea what I'm talking about, then you know how excited I am for this movie. Next movie is a reboot of Fantastic Four. You may remember a few years ago, there was Fantastic Four 1, and then there was Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. However, this is not tied to that at all. Fox is completely rebooting the series with 4 brand new characters, one of which is played by the girl who plays Zoe Barnes on House of Cards. If you ever watched that show, she's going to be playing Mrs. Fantastic in this movie. The other thing about this movie is they actually decided to go with... Johnny Torch was the Human Flame. They decided to cast a black man as the Human Torch, which you haven't seen that in the comics before. So I don't know why people were complaining about that, because I think it's kind of cool when they switch up things. It doesn't have to be the norm. Like a good example of that is like Marvel. They switch up the different stories. Like I said before, Avengers 2. Hank Pym was the one who created Ultron, but they're going to be doing it without him. So switching up certain things, I think, will work out pretty well, and I'm pretty excited because they also said that Fantastic Four is going to tie in with the new X-Men movie. So the last movie I'm probably going to have time to talk about is Taken 3. This movie is going to be coming out in 2015. Thank God they're not doing another story where Liam or one of his family members get taken. They doing a brand new thing where he's like on the run for being charged with a murder or something like that, so pretty excited for that as well. So that's all the time I have left for this gameplay commentary. Remember, leave a like to support We Are Doom Clan. See if we can go for 1,500 likes. I think that'd be pretty cool to hit. Remember to go down in the description and check out Yum's Crakerz channel and mine as well. That's all the time I have left. Peace.